My name is Andrea, and this is my first ever attempt at a podcast. I live in Aurora, Colorado with my partner Leah and our cat Zeus, and I've always loved other people's Vlogmas videos so much that this year I decided I was going to take the plunge and make some myself. So right now we're sitting on the floor in my living room in front of the Christmas tree. I recently got a job that lets me work from home, so I am on my lunch break, and I thought I'd sit down with you to introduce myself and to open one of my advent calendars for today, December 1st. I have a lot of advent calendars because I purchased the more commercial ones in January. So if you had the David's Tea calendar from last year, this is going to look very familiar. So I'm just gonna open it up for day one. Then I'm gonna make myself a cup of tea to go with my lunch. I really like David's tea because I prefer my tea loose leaf because I like to make it really strong. And I have a nice tea brewer that a friend of mine got me a couple of years ago for my birthday. So today, day one is an herbal tea. It is Valerian Nights, Calming Caramel and Coconut. So since this is the middle of my day and not the end of it, I may save this one for before bed tonight. I stayed up way too early last night knitting because it gets dark here around 5 o'clock now, and I was knitting away trying to finish this project so that I could cast on my Cozy Knitter Advent socks today. And when I looked at the clock, because I was so tired, I realized it was after 11, which is much later than I usually go to bed. The project that I'm trying to finish are these socks. I have the first one done. The toes, heel, and cuff are Arnie and Carlos Regia. I think this one is called Summer Nights. And the main color is some Joanne Sensations, their bamboo blend, in just a charcoal gray. I originally cast these on right after finishing my Halloween socks for this year because I thought they looked kind of spooky, kind of fall inspired, and I do really like how the gray picks up the gray in this patterned yarn. And it's interesting too how it pulls in the heel and the toe. So I'm almost finished with the second one. And here it is. Here's my toe. I love how the color came out on that. And I did my heel. Oh, looks kind of funny. But there it is. And I have about another inch before I get to the cuff of the second sock. I knit my socks toe up on 2 short circular needles. I usually use a size 0 for that. This sock has 72 stitches, and I do a short row heel most of the time. So as soon as this is finished, I'm going to get out my Cozy Knitter Advent skein, knit up some toes, and get cracking on that. There is one other advent calendar that I'm going to open right now, and that is my yarn advent. I don't buy those the year before because they're all gone by October. But last year I did buy a 12 skein advent from a dyer called Needle and Fred. And I kept those 12 skeins and opened one on the last day of each month throughout the year, just to give myself a little treat for making it through the month. So I have one more of last year's to open, which I'll do on New Year's Eve. And this year I went ahead and got her 24 skein advent calendar in a DK weight. My plan is to knit a habitation throw with that yarn. So I'm gonna go ahead and open that first one up right now. Okay, there's number one. Like last year, they're in these nice brown paper bags with her little sticker. All of her logo stuff is orange. And I liked her colors from last year. They're subtle. What do I mean by subtle? I mean, though I do like a bright color, I can't see a blanket's worth of it. And all the colors that I opened from her skeins last year have been green and gold, gray with speckles, a couple of blue ones, but nothing that is bright screaming pink or anything like that. So let's see what we get for day one. Looks like the trend continues. Oh, that's so pretty. It's kind of overcast here today, which is unusual for Colorado, but I think this might not come across on the camera quite as true, but look how pretty it is. It looks a little bluer on the screen, but it's sort of a gray base with mint and purple speckles and some darker gray streaks through it. Actually, that looks a little better. So I'm really pleased with day one. Very excited about that. And I did get the DK weight so that I could make my blanket just a little bit bigger. So while I can't cast on my Advent socks until I have these needles free, not that I don't have other needles, it's just something I decided I was going to make myself do. Otherwise, I won't finish these socks until next November. I may sit down tonight and start my habitation.